Northern Virginia. Just wanted to come on live on this Wednesday, June the 11th. Wait for a few more people to come in so we can talk about a very interesting topic. Man, it's hot. Yeah, I've just finished eating a nice little meal, some potatoes, refreshing, and just, hey, KP, how you? As always, man, thanks for joining in. You are truly appreciated. I'm looking forward to seeing one of your videos. How's everything in Louisiana? How's that weather? It's warm up here. I think it's maybe in the 80s up here. What is it? What is it down there? Just finished. Okay, your Twig card. Okay, I'm not familiar with that, but Twig card. Okay. Are you at work? In the high 90s, but less, but feels like 104. Wow, that is really something, man. Yeah, 'cause I go to Texas a lot. And I was just telling a friend in August, it is so hot. Okay, trying to get a job. Yeah, I know a lot of people trying to get a job, man. It's really tough. I mean, it's really tough this day and age, man. Some people working more than one job, and let me move this back a little. Yeah, hey, Laura, Michigan, how you doing? Jimmy boy, how are you? It's good to see you. Yeah, Jimmy boy was out there doing a lot of fishing, and I was tied up doing a lot of bike stuff. But I think I'm getting back to normal. But I'll definitely be contacting you, Jimmy boy. Yeah, things are just getting back to normal for me. So I've been doing a lot. But yeah, and I was telling a friend in August in Texas, man, it's so hot that it hurts, you know? It hurts to go outdoors. And I usually don't go out to maybe like nice to see you, old friend. Sometimes we're gonna still have to do that. Yep, definitely, definitely. Yeah, like I said, I'm just getting back to normal, man. I've been so busy, and then I try to get into the bush when I can. I managed to get one day of hunting in. I'm still trying to get some fishing in. I'm trying to do all this before Friday. I don't know. But then it's supposed to rain all day. No, Friday I'm tied up. It's supposed to rain Saturday and Sunday here, so I'll see. I don't know. But yeah, I was just telling a friend in Texas in August, man, it's really hot. It's so hot that it hurts, man. You know, and you don't mind paying that exorbitant utility bill to run that air condition. But yeah, I was out here today. Hey, grandfather outdoors, how you doing? Come March, I would be. Oh, good. Make all of those videos, making you tired. Oh yeah. Hey, but that is wonderful, man. March, yeah, March is right around the corner. I mean, June is almost up. So, but that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, you know, in this day and age, a whole lot of people will never be able to retire in this day and age with these exorbitant prices and everything. But yeah, I had to get out here today because I know tomorrow, I know Friday I'm tied up. Saturday is supposed to rain all day. I think I'm tied up this weekend. I'm not sure, but so it's like I yeah, more hammock time. Okay, yeah, hammock time. That sounds pretty good. Not hammer time, but hammock time. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah, when it comes to hammock, I've never slept. Hey, Gertrude, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I've never slept in a hammock. I have slept in a hammock that I made, though. I've made a hammock, I want to say about 3 times. I took the thing about making your own hammock, uh have a hammock, but I don't know how to put it up. Put on my top. I need more practice. Hey Gertrude, yeah, backyard. Either go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Saturday I'm tied up. Friday tied up. Okay, Saturday I'm tied up. Friday I'm tied up. Sunday I'm tied up. Sunday may have to free up some so we could do something to go live if the rain don't stop you. Okay, yeah, yeah. If yeah, um, yeah, yeah. Because if it rains, oh, and plus Saturday I'm going to be inside anyway. That's the 14th. I'll be inside. But when it comes to with a hammock, it's that step by step by step by step. I would just suggest if you just go on YouTube and watch a lot of guys. I know there's a guy. Oh, what is his name? Rewild. I think it's Rewyld. He does this thing called Hang Con every year in Florida, and it's just nothing but hammocks. Everyone just, you can bring a tent, but it's all about hammock living. That's why they call it Hang Con. Some messages being reviewed. Okay. Yeah. But I've made hammocks before, and I tried to do it the bushcraft way. I have second channel with my son and I. Okay. Hey, I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm gonna have to check that out. Just going to KP and see that. But yeah, with the hammock, I took 2 8 pieces of about maybe 2 inches in diameter. Took those diagonal. I mean, no, I took those horizontal, and then I got 2 pieces about 6 inches to go horizontal, and I used a square knot to bind them together. I made some notches, square notches, and then I bind it together with square knots. And then one time I used rope as the bedding, and then I put a bedroll on top of the rope. I've used paracord, I've used debris bags. So I like to make Mother Nature hammocks because in the summer I like sleeping off the ground to avoid, spiders and all that stuff. Even though you are still susceptible to all of that, but I just think you're more so susceptible to spiders, wigglers, and so forth when you're on the ground. In the wintertime, I don't mind sleeping on the ground because I'm right next to the fire. It's called KP and the Monsters. Okay. I'll definitely check that out this evening when I get home. KP and the Monsters. Yeah, hey Trish, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, guys, but today what I did, I really wanted to focus on a sustainable fire. Um, to me, in my opinion, fire is the #1 survival skill. The fire is going to calm you down. You're going to be at peace thinking. It's going to provide light. At night, you're going to want that light, warmth, help keep predators at bay, serenity. So I think, but the thing about fire is knowing how to build it and keep it going for as long as you want it to go. So I did a demonstration, I did a video basically in theory, but today I'm doing a video where I actually use some fatwood sawdust, some birch bark, some cedar bark, and magnesium. And I used a ferrocerium rod, a ferrocerium rod, also used flint and steel, and I used the magnesium bar because I wanted to start with the combustion, because without the combustion, nothing else is going to work. So if you have the combustion to throw a spark, also let me say this: you can use matches and lighters, but to me that's not really bushcrafty. I will use matches and lighters if I'm in a dire survival situation. But when I come to the bush, it's about pleasure and trying new things and becoming very proficient. That's why I don't use matches and lighters in the bush, even though I bring them along with me. But without the combustion, nothing can happen. You have five components that must work together. So the last video we did was putting up a hammock. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. One of these days I'm gonna try a hammock, but with the fire, I showed how I used the tinder. I sourced the tinder. I made some feather sticks out of some tinder. I even gathered tinder from the bush. Um, and then I that was the kindling that I did. And then I sourced some fat wood about, wrist size or larger, and combined all that, with the air, and you get a sustainable fire. And I just want people to know that building a fire is not difficult at all. I think building a fire is one of the easiest things to do in the bush. Now, I haven't had a fire in the pour down rain, but I have been in the bush when it's raining, and I was able to keep my fire going. And as a matter of fact, that was about maybe 2 months after I started bushcrafting, not realizing, you know, here I am. And as a matter of fact, the first time I did an overnighter, it actually rained. And I was basically up all night because I was just amazed by the beautiful sound of the crackling and popping of the fire. Um, and it was just so warm. It's like, and the second time I did an overnight, I finally did sleep. But yeah, the first time I did an overnight, it rained, and I remember I took a large plastic bag I had, and I put it over the wood because I had sourced so much wood that I had wood for the next time I got there. Um, but so yeah, that's what I focused on today, was actually, putting all five elements together again, and I just try to drive it into my head is that, and other people head, that is just combustion, it's tinder, kindling, fuel, and air in a very nice secured fire pit. When I first started, I didn't use fire pits until I went out with this guy one time. Went out in the woods with this guy. We were actually turkey hunting, and so we started building a fire, and he started digging a fire pit, and I'm saying, why is he digging a fire pit? But the more I watched it and learned about a fire pit, it's again, it's going to help the embers stay where they're supposed to stay. It's going to keep sparks from flying up on your tarp, and more so, it's going to help prevent sparks and embers from getting on dry leaves. And then once I dig make the pit, I'll take that dirt and put a berm around it. I don't the fire pit that I have going now, it's probably going out, but you can see the berm that is around it. But yeah, I think that's very important, um, to really do the best you can. Hey, Coffee, how you doing? Hello, Coffee. Hope all is well up in New York. I hope everything is well up in that area. Yeah, but that's what I did today. Even though it's hot, and seems every time I come out, that's one skill that I always practice is fire. And if I make a fire, I'm going to cook. That's just, And today I just bought those small potatoes, put them in some. I used the bush pot. This is the bush pot that I used. I'm just letting the oil cool down before I pour it out. It's going. New York still sucks, but all is well. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, so that's what I did today. I really didn't focus on shelter, even though I just threw up a lean-to. This is just something quick, I threw up, but I really wasn't focusing on shelter today. Um, I did, like I said, I did a video in theory on the 5 elements of a sustainable fire. And the thing about a fire, if you just realize you're in control of that fire, the fire doesn't control you. We all know that. When that fire goes, I mean, you can go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and you can still have coals and get that fire started really quickly. Um, Even though this fire is going out, I can just go get another piece of wood that I have right here and put it in there, and the fire builds up just that quick. So fire, I think, is so important. They say, cover, fire, food. I mean, cover, fire, water, food, in that order. But also before that is um, first aid and communication. Being able to communicate with someone by phone, in reach, walkie-talkie, some kind of way, and being able to take care of yourself if you have some type of cut. Yeah. Okay. Got to get back to work. All right. Yeah. Not too much longer, grandfather. I definitely appreciate you dropping in. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess basically right now I'm just out here taking a smoke bath, but, it's been pretty warm here, and, I can't believe it. Let me tell you what I did, guys. I always bring Gatorade with me, and I have this orange thing back here, right here, that I put my Gatorade in. But every time I get home, I clean it out. I'll put baking soda in it, and I have this other things that clean out your water bottle and so forth. So I cleaned it out. Hey, Jason Ewan, how you doing? Hey, man, I'm just out here practicing, Jason. That's all I'm doing. Trying to be proficient, efficient, better, and everything else. But this water bottle back here, let's see. This water bottle back here, as a matter of fact, let me just get it. I usually clean it out. So this morning I grabbed it. I thought I had put the Gatorade in it last night. Well, I didn't. I shook it up, took a squig, was like, oh no, this is the stuff to clean it out with. So, hey, those things happen, but this will be water to help extinguish the fire. As you can see, it's really suds, But yeah, it's like, so today I'm just drinking Gatorade. Yeah, I mean, I'm not drinking Gatorade. I'm just drinking H2O here. Yeah, that's what happened. But you know what? I mean, as soon as I it's like, oh, this is dish detergent. But I woke up in plenty of time this morning. No rush, nothing. Even stopped and had breakfast. Had me an egg sandwich and some potato wedges from what is it? Royal Farm? I think it's called Royal Farm. So yeah, but so that was just a mistake. But when I came, it's like I said, I really wanted to finish up this session with Firecraft. Um, and again, I haven't done the bow drill, even though I have a bow drill kit at home. I've tried it twice, but once I got an ember, I stopped. because I was inside. And you could smell it, and it's like, oh, okay, I better wait until I get outdoors. So I'm gonna go out in my backyard. Yeah, I'm gonna go out in my backyard and practice the bow drill. And then there's the hand drill, where um, you're taking a spindle and you're just going downward, putting pressure on the spindle, and I'm not sure what the bottom part is called. And then there's the plow drill, where you just have a board and a piece and a stick, and you have an indention in the board, and you're just taking that stick going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you get an ember. So that's a plow drill. But yeah, there's so many ways to start a fire, but I really I really try to always stick with Mother Nature. A lot of times I'll use cotton balls and Vaseline. I have some with me right now, and that's always good when the wood is extremely wet. And I'm eating some blackened salmon and rice. My beautiful wife made for me. Oh, that is wonderful. Black salmon. Blackened salmon and rice. Yeah, I bet that is good. I bet that is good. Hey, that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. Yeah, I just had potatoes, man. I just had some potatoes this morning. Just had potatoes for lunch. Yesterday for dinner, I had potato soup. Some potatoes with celery, carrots, garlic. Let me see. Potatoes, celery, garlic, carrots, and onions, and seasoned. And that was pretty good. As a matter of fact, I made it in this pot. But oh yeah, potato wedges. Oh yes, hey, I like those. Cherokee, where's your beer? Yeah, uh, 87 degrees. Not fishing or doing a TP tent. What up with that? Hey, I still haven't got to the TP tent. Um, that soup sounds, yeah. It was good. It was really good. And the thing about it, the reason why I did it, I just didn't want to. I didn't want a lot of dishes, so it's just chop it up, put the potatoes in there, put them on the stove, let them come to a boil, season them well, lemon and pepper, some what is that, curry powder, a little turmeric, and I was good to go. And all I had to do was just I took it out of that and put it into a bowl, and I ate it. And all I had to do was wash the bowl, the spoon, and this, and then I laid down, and that was about it. So, but yeah, Cherokee, I still the TP. Let me tell you, the TP tarp. The reason I haven't done it is because I know I'm going to need about six to do it right. 6 to 8 pieces of wood and about 2 inches diameter, maybe. And I'm going to have a tarp long enough to go around it. Or if I use Mother Nature, I just know it's going to be a very long process. And that's the reason why I haven't done it. I've made a TP tarp. I've made a TP shelter using a tarp though, but it was a 10 by 10. And hey, she cooks and roasts. Hey, I had those potatoes today. They were good. The small little round potatoes. Yeah, I didn't have to slice anything. Well, I sliced them in half. But hey, they turned out good. Um, and H2O. That's about it. But hey, Kevin, how you doing, man? Thanks for dropping in. Do you like what's it? Sassafras. You know what? I've had sassafras one time. Um, I was at a meetup maybe 2 years ago, hosted by my mother Sparks, and we went on a what type of walk would you call that? Where you go through and you're trying out all the plants. I had some sassafras, really good. I mean, there were a lot of things I had, but that's another thing I really have to learn is how to forage. Other than looking at blueberries, blackberries, mulberries, pine needle, acorns. Because um, for a person who don't eat meat or fish or anything like that, it's very, very important that I really put some effort into learning how to forage. Uh, I have books on foraging. Um, Yepers, yeah, yeah. Sassafras tea, tree around telephone poles, track rails. Yeah, I have books on foraging, herbal plants, and so forth. Um, but the thing is, they just look so common, and I just don't want to take a chance on eating something that will make me sick. I know when I go to Georgia Bushcraft, that's one of the classes I'm going to take in November. Um, I'm looking at taking that class, some type of foraging class, medicinal tree. That's medicinal tree walk, um, slingshot class. They offer a lot of classes, but I think I'll need definitely more than a 45-minute class. Forage for natural food is okay if it lasts forever and it comes from the nature. Okay. I really wish I could get with someone who does bushcrafting and we could go out foraging together, because when you try to lighten your bag and you're bringing food. I mean, I've seen videos where people have gone out. Hey, Johnny, 306, how you 30806? I eat mostly cow and a few taters. Okay, okay. Yeah, hey guys, I'll tell you this real quick. Man, French fries from when I was small to now, French fries has always been one of my favorites. Always been one of my favorites. But I I do without the salt. It's like I used to go to McDonald's and one of my favorite things was a milkshake and French fries. But I can't tell you the last time I've had that. Now if I go to McDonald's and get French fries, it's like give me the French fries with no salt. So and that's like so rare to them. And now I don't even want to pay the price for those French fries when I can take the money and go buy me an entire bag of potatoes. Yeah, I never uh, met a potato I didn't like. Yeah, yeah, potatoes, hash browns. Oh man, I mean, I just like potatoes. Period. As a matter of fact, the bag that I bought yesterday, it's gone. I had potatoes yesterday and potatoes here today. That bag is gone. So I'll have to get some more. But yeah, foraging. And I watch videos. I watch videos on it. Um, I don't know. I think here again with bushcrafting, it's just so many skills. The skill that I'm really concentrating on now is actually navigation. You know, Again with navigation, knowing your pace count, knowing how to get your azimuth, your bearings, which direct you. I was out here. I want to say, no, it was Saturday. I think it was Saturday. I was out here squirrel hunting, and by the way, I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything. And when I get out here this morning, before I even set up my tarp, I'm hearing the squirrels bark. Then I heard a couple of guys take a shot over there. So, but I'm out here squirrel hunting and trying to navigate. But when you're squirrel hunting, you go where you hear the barks. So I was all turned around, but I knew my direction out, and my direction was coming back south. I forgot what the bearing was, but it brought me right out to the road. But it brought me maybe 200 yards away from my car. But I can see my car. And I understand why. Because if you're using a map and you're using the meridian lines, that keeps your latitude. And if you're squirrel hunting, you're not going to be taking back bearings all the time. I hear the squirrel. I'm here, so I'm trying to ease over there. I'm not looking at the compass. I'm not writing, how many paces I took in this bearing and this direction, so on and so forth. But it's like when I left, uh, I lured in 3 squirrels the other day with the meatloaf mashed taters sandwich. Serious? That are you? You got to be kidding me! You got to be meatloaf mashed taters sandwich. Wow! Because what I use, I have this little whistle, and it makes this whistling sound. And from what I understand about that, it's supposed to alert the squirrels that it's okay to come out. And then I had a squirrel bark that I was using. I was surprised they were eating it. Wow. Yeah, it's like, and then okay, I think around 1 o'clock, I stopped, went to my car, went to the store, got some food. I came back, but this time I went to a different location. The second time, at least I heard them. They were starting to bark. However, they started to bark at the time that the hunting day was over. So it's like they have a mind of their own. They must be able to tell times like, oh, 6:30. You have 30 minutes, and you cannot use that shotgun anymore. So I didn't get anything, but you see squirrels at the darndest time when you're not hunting them. But I'll try it again, because our squirrel season, I think it's over on the 21st of this month. I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe they were hungry because there's no nuts on the trees currently. Yeah, maybe so, but yeah, but and then I become somewhat superstitious. Like before I used the squirrel calls, I would get squirrels all the time. So maybe I'll just go out there and just start making my own sound. The start doing that myself rather than using the squirrel sounds. Fed squirrels avocado toast the other day. Wow, those squirrels are eating good. Avocado toast. And they'll probably be back for more. Definitely just pretend they don't speak English or tell time, but they know. Yeah, they have to know. I mean, why when it's time to go, they start bar. I mean, they everywhere. And the thing about it, you must follow the law. When the time is over for hunting, that is the time. As soon as you get back to your vehicle, is to unload that shotgun and put the shotgun in the trunk and the ammunition with you. Keep it separate. You know, I'm sure that's like that in a lot of states. I know it is in Virginia that you cannot ride with a rifle, anything over 16 inches, loaded. So they must be separated, either in the trunk of your car with the ammunition in the front, or vice versa. So, like I've been out here today and I've heard like maybe only 3 shots. So, and then again, squirrels don't come out in the middle of the day. But then I can't say that because I remember I got 3 squirrels once and it was very hot. It was about 2 o'clock, and I got them all within about five, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. There was more than 3, but I only got 3. But it's a challenge. Hey Bob, how you doing? I agree. Always follow. Yeah, Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I've heard some careless things. And I just tell people, well, it's one thing to own a firearm, but you must know the laws of the jurisdiction that you're in, because it only takes one mistake, and that's it. So, no, I'm definitely, and out here, you're supposed to only have, what, 3 rounds in your shotgun. So 3 rounds it is. Um, but well, I'm seeing some very beautiful redbirds, cardinals, just above me here. But yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, following the law, and and some things have changed. For example, where I am now, they're starting in February 15th to April the 30th. You cannot have a fire after 12 o'clock p.m. From February 15th, 2026 to April 30th, 2026. I mean, 2026. You cannot, no, they started this year in 25, that you cannot have a fire after 12 p.m. So when I come out to do an overnighter, I'm just going to have to really have me a nice warm blanket with me. Hey, Tuck B, how are you doing? Knife and gun laws change, so stay careful. Yeah, yeah, you really, it's so important. It's so important. When I travel, going from state to state, I will actually print out a copy of the laws that where I'm going, and I will have that map. Because a lot of times I'm going from here to Texas, and I used to drive a lot, which I won't be driving anymore. I'm tired of that long drive, and I would go through from Virginia to Tennessee to Arkansas into Texas, and sometimes I would go from Virginia to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, and into Texas. So I would have a map of every state that shows the reciprocity and so forth. So I really emphasize, sure, if you have a firearm, know the law, and you know how to care for your firearm and things like that. Um, but especially if you're a hunter, um, you want everything to work just perfectly. But Herbert Outdoors, how you doing? What does it mean when the squirrels have bald patches on in the spring? I know it's not managed because it grows back. I'm not sure. I've never heard it. Hey Justin, how you doing, man? Did you get out fishing Sunday? Yeah, Jason Homesteader grows his own vegetables, fruit, nice pond. So yeah, that's another aspect. Something really good. Being a homesteader. Um, I just haven't tried growing anything. Even though I've seen people grow things on their balcony, I haven't done that yet. But I don't know. At some point, I was even thinking if I came out here and just put some carrots there and some broccoli there, would it really grow? I doubt it. I don't know. Maybe but I'm sure the deer would get to it before I do. Um, Mr. Ball part and just red patches. I'm thinking like maybe it's the squirrel gang. They belong together. Maybe so. No deer would kill it. Really? So that's pretty good because I went and bought some carrot seeds and I just said I'm just gonna come out here and drop them and see what happens. Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking. I don't know would they really get to it, but yeah, I had some broccoli, I had some carrots. What else do I have? Broccoli, carrots. There's something else I have. I went and bought all of that, and I haven't dropped any of those seeds yet. I never knew until you tried it. Yeah, Yeah, that's the one thing you just got to take that step and do it, you know. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing like fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. I'm already thinking now when I leave here, man. I think I'm gonna stop and get me a nice watermelon, cut it up, put it in the refrigerator, and have that for tonight. But but then knowing me, I'm gonna go home. I probably do that, but my mind just goes straight to bushcrafting. My mind cannot leave bushcrafting alone. I'm re- that's why I just don't think I'll ever. Well, I don't know things that I'm planning. I still have this fantastic kukri that I want to bring out, but I'm gonna bring that out when I build my debris shelter, which has to be before June 20th, because June 20th through the 22nd, I'm going to the Creators Rendezvous Meetup, and that's in Clarion, Pennsylvania. So I want to do, I want to show how to hang a bear bag. I'm learning how to do that. I want to make the debris shelter using my brand new kukri designed by Alan Kay, the winner of 2015 alone, 15 days. Um, the kukri, yep. I was there when you, yep. Yeah, Jason and we were at Mountain Readiness Meetup. That was a lot of fun. And as a matter of fact, Jason, I was Monday night, I was watching Mountain Readiness. He has a live every Monday at 8 o'clock. The guy we were talking to with the truck, that had the tent over the truck, he was a guest on Mountain Readiness, and he mentioned that he said, yeah, the Virginia bushcrafter and Mountain Readiness, and said, yeah, he's in right now. He said, yeah, him and his friend came over and I showed him my truck and everything. But they also have a meetup in October, October 7th, 8th, and 9th, I believe. I'm not sure if I will make that one, but I'm looking forward to the one Creative Rendezvous in Clarion, Pennsylvania. And then me and some other guys are just going to do some hiking in another part of Pennsylvania. That's going to be different for me because we'll be moving to a different location each night. Um, and then the Super Bowl of bushcrafting is the Georgia Bushcraft Meetup. Last time I was there, well, last November, there were like I think they said it was close to 3,000 participants. That did not include the vendors. And there's so many good classes there. Yeah, I like the bushcraft too, but no place to practice it in its full splendor. Just basic as a state park with lots of pine trees. Yeah, Fatwood, love the. Oh yeah, I love the Fatwood. I mean, I harvest some Fatwood here today, and I wanted to take it home, but it's like, no, man, I'm just gonna burn it. I love burning it. Yeah. Let me see. Old friend had two squirrels as pets, so I learned about them. Wow, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it's like there's so many things that I want to do with bushcrafting. It's just overwhelming. To me, that's good because as soon as I get the video up, it's like, okay, I know this meetup is on the 20th. I want to get into the bush at least three more times before I go. And the thing is that you can always plan to do something on a particular day, but something can come up. And the thing is, I feel you have to take care of your priorities first. Take care of your priorities so that you can have fun. I can't have fun coming in the bush and, oh yeah, I really need to wash that fence, I really need to clean my fence, or I really need to cut my yard, or I really got to go see my grandkids, something will always come up, I've been trying to get some fishing in. Um, Kevin, do you like do you like scarring the woods and only up to waist wise club? Let me see. I'm not sure. Scar in the woods and only upward. I'm not sure. I don't understand that one, Kevin. Scars in the woods. What is that? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't understand that. But only scars in the wood. I don't know. Are you speaking of like blazing a tree? Trees? I've done that before. Just practicing. Did some blazing. Uh, but I'm really not a fond because if you're blazing on a live tree, somewhat you're damaging it, you know. But a lot of people say they bend a limb or something like that. Um, I don't know, but I have done some blazing. I think I blazed out to maybe like 200 yards. You know, I just caught a whole massive bluegills and catfish Saturday at the lake. Wow. So you know what, Johnny? I think the way things are going, I might have to do some night fishing. I'm getting in better condition to where I may be able to spend a night out in the glades, but it's risky in summer due to heat and lightning. Yeah. Okay, worms and shrimp. Okay. Orlando Prepper, how you doing, man? Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, it's just I think if I go fishing at night, I used to do a lot of night fishing, catfish, and I do bass fishing during the day. But if I take my little fire pit, because there's a park I can go to, I think I read somewhere that you can't have a fire you on the ground. You can have a fire in a pit. So I'm thinking about taking a little fire pit, taking some wood with me, because here again, fire will ward off predators. Now, when I did a lot of fishing at night, I was more or less in the suburbs, where there were lights and everything, but it was still night. But this place that I can go fishing at night, there are absolutely no lights. And when I fish at night, I would have a lot of lanterns because I'm gonna place a lantern right at the dock, and it would attract the catfish to come up. So uh, if you go night fishing, watch out for those water moccasins. Yeah, yeah, that's why this area I'm thinking about. Yeah, because I've heard water moccasins will even chase you. Hey, Frank Fairfax, how are you, man? Thanks for checking on, man. I definitely appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, I've been fishing before. Excuse me. And I've just sit there and watched cottonmouth just go maybe 6 inches, 6 feet in front of me, just right on up the bank, and I just stood there still. I didn't move. Um, Seen a lot of snakes out fishing, but at night I would fish like on a pier. um I would have the whole bulkhead to myself. So it's a wooden bulkhead, and but this time if I'm going to have a fire, I can't do it on the bulkhead, since it's wood. I would have to do it. There's a gravel area, a lot of gravel, but I don't know. But I don't know. Bass fishing at night, I don't want to lose a lot of lures, because when you see the structure in that water, those bass are hanging there. Water moccasin will chase you, and they are fat. Wow, thanks for that information, Orlando Prepper. Thanks a lot. Yeah, because you know what? I'm trying to think, where was I? Or I was with someone, and it's like every time they moved, the snake was going towards them, you know? And I can't remember who I was with. I don't know who I was with, but it was maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, we were out fishing at night, and it's like wherever that guy went, the snake was following him until he finally just came up off the bank and went to a different location. I've even heard that they were hide up in the trees, and I don't know how true that is. I don't know, but I can confirm water moccasin will chase you. Wow, thanks guys, I definitely appreciate that. So I guess I better stay on the bulkhead if I'm doing the night fishing. Whew. Yeah, I don't know, but I've done an awful lot of night fishing. But yeah, yeah, that's the thing. You got to be careful with the water moccasins. Yeah. Pit vipers follow heat as well as scent. Wow, I didn't know that. Follow heat as well as scent. Yeah, but I think the ultimate fishing is actually being in a boat. Sure, can't see me. Yeah, I think the ultimate fishing is actually being in a bass boat, going out there. I mean, you can cover a lot of territory, but on the bank, and to me, fishing from the bank, it's really a challenge. But also, just like right now, where I'm wearing snake boots, so when I do go fishing, I'm gonna wear these snake boots, or either I'm going to be wearing gaiters. Um, but I don't fish in bushes at night. They have heat sensor organs between their eyes and nostrils. Well, I just hope they stay away from me, because I'm going to do my best to stay away from them. That is for sure. But yeah, I'm going to definitely be wearing snake boots. And if I'm not wearing snake boots, I'm going to be wearing gaiters. So, just to protect myself. Let's be Let's see. What do you say? Then speak. I can see you all the way from Florida. Yeah. Badass snakes in North Carolina. Who loves to bite is copperhead snakes. Wow. If you smell of cucumbers, yeah, that's right. That's what I've heard, Orlando Prepper. My mother used to say cucumbers and watermelon. If you smell it, there's a snake around. Cottonmouths will even try to get up into a low-sided boat. They're very aggressive when they get ticked off. Had to take a paddle to another one. Let me see, where did it take a paddle? It moved pretty fast, but paddled to two of them down nearby Back Bay. Wow. I thought maybe it as another thing. Okay. Wear gators, not gators. Okay. One stopped bites. Yeah, one stop bite, one makes bite. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yep, you're right. One stops bite and one makes bite. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't bought the gators yet, but I'm buying me some because I'm going to be doing some hiking. The snake boots that I have on right now, they're fantastic in the bush, but they're not made to walk on gravel. They're very, very soft. Uh, I mean, I could, but the bottom of them is very soft. They're very, very comfortable. So I'm definitely going to be looking at some hiking boots. And I saw some that I like. They're made by Solomon hiking boots and a pair of gaiters. And I think I will be pretty well set for the 3-day hike that I'm going on. Yeah. But yeah, guys, this is I don't know, man. It's just like got to get back to work. All right, Coffee. Thanks for dropping in, Coffee. I appreciate it. Some gators are like toddlers. If you bite them back, they won't bite you anymore. Right. Best snake boots proof made from metal. Wow. Best boots snake proof. Okay, so if they're metal, I mean, how are you going to walk in the metal boots? I would really like to know that. This, all right, Turk B. Yeah, Trisha Pride was called. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's made in these boots. I don't know, but they come up. I mean, just these are about maybe 2 inches below maybe one, maybe inch and a half just before my knee. So, but yeah, in the summertime, I always wear snake boots out here. So much better than being invisible. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I'm trying to think. It's like the next time I get out, I want to make a debris shelter. I want to do a video on how to hang your food when you're in bear country. Um, those are two videos that I really would like to do before I head to the 3-day hike. And unfortunately, this year, here it is. I haven't been able to get an overnighter in. Uh, some kind of way I'm gonna have to get one in, because all my practice is about practicing so that when you stay overnight, I use metal boots used in tree work. They're close to a night of old age. Okay, metal boots used in tree work. Hey, passionately intrigued arts. How you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Good. Yeah, thank you for listening as you're working. And a bug just went in my ear, but I got him. Yeah, I'm also wearing these citronella bracelets. Try and help keep the mosquitoes away, even though I spray down with DEET and everything. Um, yeah, this is just and of course, spray down with DEET, and there's what is it called, permathin. Spray your clothes with that. Your clothes are supposed to be good up to 4 washings, but I don't even put my boots on until I get here. And then once I get here, I spray my boots down, pants, shirt, everything. Uh, Even my rucksack. Trying to. Well, I'm glad to hear you're good. Thanks. Yeah. Um, and I think the best medicine for that. Now, for example, when I do overnighters and I go to meetups, I would tell you now, if a shower is not available, I bring a bottle of alcohol with me and I take a bandana at night and I wash totally with alcohol all over my body. Um, that's to me, that's better. And then, follow up with the baby wipes. That's if there is not a shower facility. But the last meetup I went to, there was a shower facility, so that was good. Don't forget your bug head net. Yeah, yeah, I have one. As a matter of fact, I have one with me right now. Um, and I've been carrying it all the time. I've never used it. Um, I haven't used that bug net, but I do have one with me. That's what I even have some mask in there in the event that there's smoke and everything like that. But yeah, it's a lot to really prep. That's why I say my channel is bushcrafting, prepping, and survival for the wilderness. Because if you this is another thing about bushcrafting. Bushcrafting is something to enjoy. Bushcrafting is not to come and stress you out. I don't think in terms of bushcrafting as, oh, if I have to run out to the woods, if this happens, I got a place to go. Bushcrafting, I feel you should know um, where you're going. That's why I really want to get a map of certain locations. You can plot out your course. You know where the water sources are, and it's coming out here to learn. Learn how to forage, learn how to make sustainable fires, learn how to build shelters. That's what I look at bushcraft. When it comes to prepping, prepping means making sure, or as best you can, you have everything you need when you're going to the bush to enjoy food, water, fire material, shelter, compass, cutting tools. Those are the tools and the things you're going to that I need to enjoy. So you're coming to enjoy bushcrafting. You prep for bushcrafting. so that you do not get into a survival situation, which means don't ignore when you hear thunderstorms. Don't go to areas that you think are dangerous. You're not going to touch plants that you're not familiar with. You're going to know how to defend yourself, or at least try as best you can. Wild animals, knowing what wild animals are in your area. So if you get in a survival situation, do I know how to signal? Do I try to move so that I'm more visible, or do I stay here? That is why my channel is called named Bushcrafting, Prepping, and Survival for the Wilderness. So bushcrafting is the fun part. You prep for bushcrafting, and you prep so that you do not get into a survival situation. But if you do get into a survival situation, you want to be able to at least survive for at least 72 hours, because more than likely in 72 hours someone's going to find you. So that's why I think it's just important. Oh, love garlic. Oh, I love garlic too. um um yeah, I know sometimes I go off on a tangent, but that's why I think it's so important to come out and practice. um you just can't I can't get enough of practicing in the bush. um Again, there's so many shelters to build, so many places to go, but you only have a limited amount of time. So anyway, guys, I've been here over an hour or so, and today is Wednesday. Yeah, today is Wednesday. So okay, so Friday, Saturday I'll be at home. Friday I'm booked up. Maybe I can get some hunting. I just have to make a decision. Do I hunt tomorrow or do I fish tomorrow? I don't know. I'll have to play it by ear. All right, guys. Well, my fire's going out. I think I'm gonna go ahead and clean things up and get ready to head out of here. So, guys, I thank all y'all for coming in, spending some time with me, listen to me ramble and talk about this and talk about that. But it's always fun, and I really truly hope that I'm conveying some good information to you in the videos, the shorts, the lives, because I truly enjoy sharing what I learned. All right, so yeah, definitely catch the replay if you missed it. It's going to be there. So all right, so I'll see all you guys later, man. I definitely appreciate you coming in. Take care, everybody. See you on the next video, the next live, the next short, or something like that. All right, take it easy, guys. See everyone.